Some people hang art to make a room feel warmer. Some people hang the kind of art that makes a room feel watched. In tonight's video, we're diving into an original horror story called The Portrait. It follows a collector with a taste for dark, unsettling pieces, the kind of person who isn't scared off by a strange backstory or a missing signature. When he acquires one particular portrait, it doesn't take long before it stops feeling like decoration and starts feeling like an audience. This is a story about obsession, being seen a little too clearly, and what happens when you invite the wrong image into your life and give it a place of honor. Turn the lights down, glance once at whatever's hanging on your walls, and ask yourself if something in a frame is aware of you. How close would you stand? This is The Portrait.
I sip from a chipped baccarat glass that once belonged to a French count who allegedly strangled his mistress and painted her corpse. The wine's overpriced and underwhelming, like most things these days. I sit surrounded by my curated horrors, the flayed mask of a Romanian executioner, a sculpture made entirely of bone, and a series of landscapes painted by a man who gouged his eyes out between canvas number 3 and number 4. Some collectors like Monet. I prefer madness. The gallery lights hum overhead. Too bright, too sterile. My treasures deserve shadow. I reach for the remote and dim them until the corners of the room disappear. Better. Tonight's acquisition leans against the far wall, still wrapped in faded burlap and reeking of old wood and mildew. It arrived this morning in a crate nailed shut with the kind of enthusiasm usually reserved for the dead. No return address, no signature, just a scrawled invoice tucked into a hollow in the back. One untitled portrait, $6.66, paid in full. I didn't bid on this, at least I don't remember bidding, but here it is, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued. I unwrap it slowly, the burlap rasping like dry skin against canvas. The painting is grotesque, beautifully so. A figure stands alone against a sea of black, its form cloaked in heavy oil strokes. No eyes, no mouth, just a vague smear where a face should be, like someone tried to erase it mid-scream. The brushwork is exquisite, too real, too textured. The kind that pulls you in, makes you feel like if you leaned close enough, you'd smell breath on the other side. I mutter, you'll go nicely between the mummified cat and the taxidermy angel, and hoist it onto the wall. It hangs with surprising ease, no tilt, no struggle, like it wanted to be there. That should have been my first clue. Hours later, after a regrettably large amount of wine and a failed attempt to sketch its composition, I notice something strange in the frame. A glint, a tiny circle near the bottom, tucked under one of the gold leaf curls. A lens. I blink, lean closer. Definitely a lens. It's embedded inside the wood. Tiny, not decorative. That's when I find the panel. Hidden along the back, a false board, sealed with nails not rusted like the rest. I pry it loose with a palette knife, and there, nestled like a tumor, is an SD card. Black, unmarked, warm to the touch. My skin prickles. I know better. I should know better. But curiosity is a cruel little god. I plug the card into my laptop. The files are labeled by numbers. No dates, no names, just loops of surveillance footage. All of the same painting, this painting hanging in different rooms. Decades apart. The quality jumps from grainy VHS to crisp digital. Old apartments, cramped basements. One looks like a hospital. The subjects, the owners, stare at the painting like it's whispering something. Days pass. They start to act strange. One man smashes all the mirrors in his house. A woman curls up beneath the painting and refuses to eat. A child disappears mid-frame, her stuffed rabbit left behind. Then, static. Always static. In one file, a man speaks directly to the camera, eyes hollow.
If you're watching this, it's already too late. Don't look at the face, don't think about the face.
He holds up a sign. It says,
Burn it.
I rewind that file 3 times, pause it, zoom in. Behind him, the painting has changed. The smear is taking shape. A face, half-formed, watching him, watching me. I slam the laptop shut. I sit there, heartbeat climbing like a drunken spider. The painting remains still on the wall, but now it seems to hum. Or maybe that's the blood in my ears. A sane man would throw it into the fireplace. A healthy man would call the police, or at the very least, a priest. I pour another drink instead. The gallery lights flicker once, then again. The painting's face, no longer a smear. Now it has an eye, just one, pale, almost recognizable, and is looking directly at me. It's been 3 days since I found the card. I've watched every file, some twice, one at half speed, frame by frame, like a lunatic trying to spot ghosts in a Rorschach test. And maybe I did. The painting's face, the smear, is gone now. It's a face, my face, slightly off, like someone tried to paint me from memory and got the teeth just wrong. It watches me with this half smirk that says, you should have left me in the crate. So I do the reasonable thing. I set up cameras of my own. 4 of them. 1 on the painting, 1 on me, 1 wide angle on the gallery, and 1 pointed at the door, just in case the art decides to leave on its own. It becomes a routine. Wake, review footage, whisper Jesus Christ under my breath. Pour a drink, review again, sleep for 2 hours, dream in static, repeat. I stop answering emails, stop taking calls. I tell myself I'm doing research, but even I can smell the bullshit. I haven't left the house in days. My stubble's gone feral. I keep catching glimpses of myself in the glass and mistaking it for someone else. The footage from last night is worse. In one frame, I'm asleep in my chair, and the painting behind me moves, just a little, a twitch, a shiver in the corner of the frame. The face blinks. I freeze it. Rewind. Play. Same thing. I lean forward until my nose touches the screen. That's when the reflection on my laptop flickers. There's something standing behind me. I spin around. Nothing. Just the room. Just the painting. Just the gut-drop silence of a house holding its breath. I try talking to it. Yes, I'm aware that's not a sign of great mental health. But I figure if it's going to stalk me like some perverted oil-based voyeur, the least it can do is make conversation. You've got excellent brushwork, I mutter. You kill all your owners with style like this. The painting doesn't respond, but the air feels colder. My breath fogs. Later that night, I dream of the footage. In the dream, I'm the one holding the sign. I'm screaming silently. Behind me, the painting morphs into a mirror, and my reflection has no eyes, just 2 holes, dripping varnish like tears. I wake up gasping. My wine glass has shattered on the floor. The cameras are off, all of them. Batteries dead. Power flickering. It's 3:33 a.m. Because of course it is. I try everything. I take the painting down and hide it in the crawl space. It's back on the wall the next morning. I nail it, face first to the floor. It's upright again by breakfast, smirking. I wrap it in 10 layers of blackout cloth and lock it in a shipping crate. That night, I hear scratching from inside the box. Not rats, not wood creaking, scratching. In Morse code. It spells, look. At this point, I name the entity in the painting. Todd. It feels right. Passive-aggressive. Looks like the kind of guy who'd haunt your house, drink your scotch, and leave the toilet seat up. I say things like, sleep tight, Todd, and you're not the boss of me, Todd, just to maintain dominance. It doesn't work, but it helps me pretend I'm still steering this sinking yacht. That's when I notice the final change. The face in the painting. It's not just mine anymore. It's me, screaming. I've stopped sleeping. The only dreams I have now come while I'm awake. Flickers of light that aren't light. Whispers behind walls that don't exist. The face in the painting, my face, now bares its teeth like it knows the punchline to a joke I haven't heard yet. And last night, it winked at me. I laughed so hard I cried. Or maybe the crying came first. Hard to tell, really. So here's the plan. I trap it. I catch the bastard on camera. I show the world. I make it real. Maybe it kills me after that. Maybe it doesn't. But I'm done being the gallery's curator/snack. I wire every room. 7 new cameras, motion sensors, live stream feeds uploaded to a dozen cloud servers, including one run by a guy I met on a cursed artifact subreddit named HexDaddy420. He swears he's invincible. Midnight. I sit in my chair, facing the painting. It's smiling again. Not smug, not menacing, just satisfied, like it's been waiting for me to get it. I raise my glass to it, to the final exhibit. Then I hit record. The hours tick by. 3:32 a.m. The room hums, walls tighten, air curdles. Something shifts behind my eyes. 3:33 a.m. The lights die. All of them. My laptop stays on. Just long enough for me to see the painting flicker on screen. It pulses, then glitches. The canvas ripples like water. The shadow, the thing, steps out of the void. Not painted, not metaphor. Real and tall. It's eyeless, mouth like a brushstroke. Hands too long. It moves like wet film melting in reverse. No sound, just static in my ears and the smell of burnt copper. I try to stand. I can't. My legs don't work. The cameras don't matter. I realize that too late. They never did. Because the painting isn't a window. It's a mirror. The thing leans down, face inches from mine. My own distorted reflection stares back at me from its slick surface, mouth frozen in a silent scream. Then darkness. Voice memos, Victor's recordings, day 5. If anyone finds this, congratulations. You're either incredibly brave or catastrophically stupid. I don't think it's just showing what happened. I think it's combining the footage, stitching it, like a highlight reel of despair. There's a glitch in one of the files now. I swear I saw myself in one of the older videos. It wasn't there before. It wasn't. I think I'm being edited in. Voice memo, final entry. It's not just cursed, it's hungry. It collects us, paints us. I think I'm already in it. If you're hearing this, you're next. Don't hang the painting. Don't look at the face. Don't. Somewhere the sun is shining. Somewhere it's a bright, beautiful day. A trendy couple browses the eccentric collection of a recently deceased collector, name already forgotten. They stop in front of a painting. Oily, beautiful, disturbing. A man mid-scream, eyes wide with terror, trapped in brushstroke and shadow. The detail is unnerving, haunting,
This one's creepy.
the woman says, half laughing.
It looks so real.
Victor Elman, the tag reads, artist unknown. They buy it for $6.66. As they leave, the painting's mouth moves. His eyes blink. The canvas darkens, and the mouth smiles.
That was The Portrait. A reminder that not all horror needs creaking floors or slamming doors. Sometimes it's just a silent face on canvas, a room that feels different when you turn your back, and the slow realization that you're not just looking at art, you're participating. Whether you see this as a cursed object story, a tale about obsession, or a warning about letting anything watch you for too long, the idea sticks. Once you give something a place in your life, you don't always get to choose what it does with that access. If you enjoyed this video and want more original horror stories, you can subscribe, drop a like, and tell me in the comments what unnerved you most. Thanks for watching. And if any portrait in your house seems a little more focused on you tonight, don't move closer to check. Just leave the room first.